Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are bringing you West Metro Conference Boys Basketball featuring the Richfield Spartans coming in at 5-8 versus the St. Louis Park Orioles at 5-6. I am Robert Christensen and glad that you're with us here tonight. In mid-January, both teams coming in with fairly identical records. Richfield comes in with a 5-8 record. Meanwhile, the Orioles of St. Louis Park come in with a 5-6 record. This is their first meeting this year in the Metro West Conference, and we are about to begin. Richfield in their visiting white uniforms will be going left to right, and Orioles in their dark uniforms going right to left. And in to take the center tap for both teams is number 12, Isaiah Hammond for Richfield, and big Anthony Rayson, the 6'7" senior center for the Orioles, and the Orioles control the tap, and they are into the front court, and we are underway here from St. Louis Park High School, and the pass down low is in for Anthony Rayson, gets the first 2 points, and there is definitely a size advantage here for the Orioles. And now Richfield, their first possession on offense. No press instituted by the Orioles early on. And with the ball there is number 4, Jeff Moore. He's a junior 6-foot guard. Now has it is Ryan Miles, one of the leading scorers, 6'4" sophomore. Now at the top of the key, that is number 23, Lamar Grayson. He's their third leading scorer. He drives the lane, basket, misses, and rebound on the floor, out of bounds. Good hustle there by St. Louis Park on the floor. And here's the replay of that first nice look in there. Nice lead-in pass there by number 1, Keyshawn Howard, down to Grayson. Gets the Orioles on the board, but now we'll have a throw-in underneath their own basket for the Richfield Spartans, and that's number 5 with it, Ryan Miles. Now, over to the far near side, that's Grayson. Gets it back over to number 25, that is Ethan Quint. He is their leading scorer. Keep an eye on him. He has 12 points a game, and the bounce pass down low intended for number 25, Quint, was off the mark and out of bounds, so a turnover there for Richfield, and the Orioles will throw it in. No press, and bringing up the ball for the Orioles is Keyshawn Howard, the junior 5'8" guard. The Orioles starting 4 seniors and 1 sophomore, so a very experienced team, and driving the lane with the left-handed layup is Jacob Houts, the 6'1" senior. And the Orioles are quickly up 4-0 here early in the first. Now Richfield into the front court on the far wing, driving the baseline and getting turned around, and ball goes out of bounds off number 21, Anthony Odens, the 6'3" senior for the Orioles. Driving the lane on the left side there for Richfield was Jeff Moore. Now throw in for number 5, Ryan Miles. Miles gets it over to Quint. Quint down low to number 12, Hammond. Hammond drives the lane, nice move. And he draws the foul on Anthony Rayson, and he will go to the line and shoot 2. Isaiah Casey Hammond there, he's working well there, kept his pivot foot and got up there, drew the foul. And if they want to neutralize Grayson, speaking of Richfield, they'd like to try to get Anthony Grayson in foul trouble, and the way you do that is just take it right to the hoop when he's on you and try to get the foul. Hammond misses the first one, so Richfield still no score for them. Looking for their first point here on this next attempt by Isaiah Hammond. And that one's in, nice shot there, and the throw in now by Grayson, and now a little pressure in the backcourt instituted by the Spartans, and that's number 5, Ryan Miles. So they are gonna put some pressure. As I was looking at both squads, I thought this is going to be quickness versus size, and Richfield is likely going to press, and they should, because they are much smaller overall than the Orioles. And so their press worked, and they did force a turnover. And now they'll come in looking for their next couple points, and that's number 23 with it, Lamar Grayson. Grayson is the 3rd leading scorer. He has it right there, the guy with the headband. Now over to the left side, that's number 4, Jeff Moore. He drives the lane, and ball taken away there nicely by number 1, Keyshawn Howard. He drives the court and makes the layup and draws the foul. Nice play there, Keyshawn Howard. There he is, the 5'8" senior. Gets out in front and takes it all the way in and gets hit just a little bit with the body, makes the shot. Well done there by Keyshawn Howard. Howard is the third leading scorer, averaging 9.5 points per game. They now have a 6-1 lead, 15:46 to go here. First half. Howard will shoot the and one, and he makes it. Nice looking player there, Keyshawn Howard. Gets the Orioles up by 6 here early. Now into the front court. That's number 14 now in the game for Richfield. That is Mitchell January. And January has it, and it is January. So January gets it over to Quint, and he's their best scorer, and he hits the three with someone right in his face. Number 33, Paris Johnson Jr., the Orioles' leading scorer, put good pressure, and from way back, Quint made that. Boy, he is their leading scorer. You can see why on that shot. And now there, a nice drive by number 21, Anthony Odens, the 6'3" senior. Answers right back, and Richfield's up by 5 here. Now on the far corner, that is Lamar Grayson. Grayson to number 5, that is Ryan Miles. Miles now gets it to January, then all the way back over to Grayson. Grayson looking for a place, being guarded closely there by Keyshawn Howard. And the ball's taken away again, this time by a combination of Howard as he comes in and drives and gets another layup. Also in on the defensive play there for the Orioles. And now another interception and a turnover. And here comes Paris. Down low again to number 1, Keyshawn Howard, and Howard has the last 7 consecutive points, and that draws a timeout by Richfield as the Orioles take a 9-point lead and score the last 7. Look at that pass down low by Paris Johnson Jr. And number 1, Keyshawn Howard, the senior guard, is off to a great start, having 7 points already, more than half of the total. And there, the Orioles are huddled up there. Not much for them to talk about so much, maybe a few pointers, but 13 points in roughly the first 5.5 minutes and a 9-point lead. They're off to a perfect start here. Looking at Richfield's schedule coming into it, they are 5-8, and they have lost their last 2. Back on January 12th, they lost to Holy Angels by 23, and they lost to Chanhassen by about the same amount. So they're looking to get off the schneid there. And meanwhile, the Orioles' last couple games prior to tonight's game had them winning the last 2. So the Orioles coming in on a roll. They beat Chanhassen 105-83, but last Friday, January 11th, 105 points. That is phenomenal at the high school level. And they are off to that kind of pace tonight. They keep this up, they may threaten that 100-point mark again tonight as they come out of their huddle early, mostly because there's not a lot for their coach, David Breitenbucher. He's been the coach here since 2010. Previous to then, he was the head coach up at Park Center. And now we'll have a throw-in, and the Orioles not showing too much pressure. Gonna meet them at half court, and that is number 3, Cole Ewald on defense, who was instrumental in stealing the ball and getting it to Howard on that last sequence. Okay, play underway. Let's see what Richfield does a little different here. Quint now down low to Howard. Howard, nice move underneath and couldn't finish it, and that shows his frustration. Boy, he's got some nice moves down low. And now Paris Johnson Jr. overshoots on the layup, and now he's blocked, and they're gonna call a foul. I didn't quite see that. I don't think they got the shooter, but boy, I'm not sure there was a foul there. Here's the replay. Paris Johnson Jr. is very quick along the baseline, had the 2 points, missed it, gets the rebound. Oh yeah, there's the foul. Great camera work by our end zone camera crew there. Getting him on the elbow, and Johnson Jr., he is their leading scorer for the Orioles, and he gets his first points of the night at the free throw line, and he'll get a second attempt as the Orioles now have their first double-digit lead. Taking a seat on the bench is Anthony Rayson, the 6'7" senior. And Johnson Jr. makes the second one, and now Orioles putting on a little more pressure, just token there in the backcourt. Now driving the lane from the right side was Lamar Grayson, and he draws the foul. The Orioles gave up the baseline. The foul's gonna go on Anthony Odens, the 6'3" senior. But it's a non-shooting foul, so both teams have 2 team fouls. Of course, when they get to 7, then the 1-and-1 kicks in, and when they get to 10, it's the double. bonus, and down low to Howard. He kicks it back out to number 5, Ryan Miles. Miles, second leading scorer for Richfield, and he drives the lane. He draws another foul, and again, that's the second consecutive foul. That's going to go against Anthony Odens. And he's going to come out because of that. They don't want to get him in foul trouble. Well, he already is in foul trouble, but any further foul trouble. And they were substituting, and one of the refs was trying to let the substitute come in for Graydon, and the other ref was starting play, so they got that straightened out. So Richfield will be throwing it in from underneath the Oriole basket. And down low, they try to get it to Howard, but there to pick it off was Johnson Jr. Paris Johnson Jr. drives the lane and goes all the way, distance, coast to coast. Paris Johnson now showing why he is the leading scorer. Now to the right side, and he had a chance, but nice defense there by number 3, Colt Ewald. Ewald for the Orioles, a defensive specialist out there, just as number 23, Lamar Grayson, was going to attempt that shot, but then Grayson drove right there. You can see Ewald came over there, but then he gets him, and the foul's going to go on number, I think it was on Ellingson. 20 got him, and here's Paris Johnson Jr. driving the length of the court for that layup, and his second and third points, and Richfield's up by 11, but at the line for Richfield, Lamar Grayson, 2-shot shooting foul. And it's off the mark. Oh, they called that a 1-and-1 apparently, so it wasn't on the shot, it was just before. 14 fouls on Park though, 2 for Richfield. Now, Orioles in the front court. That is number 3, Cole Ewald, as he gets it to number 33, Paris Johnson Jr. Now driving, a nice little bounce pass and taken away almost, and by Richfield. And a foul is going to be called lying on the court there, number 20, Ellingson, and that's his second foul. And the Orioles getting into some foul trouble with 13 minutes to go exactly, 13:08. And he's going to have a seat, so the Orioles having to go to their bench early here. Also taking a seat is Lamar Grayson for Richfield. Okay, now the Spartans have it. They come into the front court. That is number 14, January. January drives left, stops, shoots from the free throw line area, and it's off the mark. Nice rebound there by Jaden Wolmuth for Richfield, and then the shot by number 5, Ryan Miles, the second leading scorer. There he is, and now the Orioles quickly trying to beat him down the court. Nice defense there, getting the stop, and now out on the top of the key, Keyshawn Howard, and he drives in, a nice pass underneath, and he's fouled, but the ball does not go in. Number 15 for Richfield, that's Jaden Wolmuth, got him. Here's this nice shot here by Ryan Miles. A 3-pointer, nails it with someone on top of him. So Richfield has a couple of scores. The question is, can they get their shots? And the free throw attempt there by Aaron Ellingson. He's a 6'1" junior forward. Misses on that attempt, and he'll get a second one. And that is also off the mark. Rebound to number 15, Wolmuth, and he gets it over to January, and January will bring it across the line. Man-to-man defense by the Orioles. Both teams playing man-to-man so far since the beginning. Now, near side here is Miles. Miles gets it over to number 15, Wolmuth. Wolmuth going down low. And that is number 2 with the shot, Kobe Donshong. And his shot off the mark. Now with it in the front court quickly is number 15, Houts, and he drives and scores. Number 15, the 6'1" senior, puts the Orioles back up by 10 here, 12 to go here, first half. Now Richfield into the front court. Over to the far side, that's number 4, Jeff Moore. Moore now to number 2, Dowhang. And January sinks a 3. That's the third 3 from Richfield, and they're going to need them tonight. They want to stay in this match against the Orioles, and now answering just like that, number 15, Jacob Houts. That is a backbreaker if you're Richfield, and now a foul. And Cole Ewald now gets the 6th-team foul. That means Richfield is in the bonus for the next 11.5 minutes. Look at the shot there. Boy, lots of great shooting from long range by both teams being displayed. And if you're Richfield during this timeout, you want to start driving the lane on the Orioles and start going to the line and making your free throws. You get 11 and a half minutes to get some free shots at the free throw line. I don't know what kind of free throw shooting team they are, but if they're at all any good, I would be driving hard all the time, and you're going to get fouls, go to the line, make 3 points. That should be the strategy if you're Richfield. St. Louis Park, they're playing a great game. 22 points here. That's on pace to score 100. We're not even halfway through the first half, and times that by 4, it's going to get close to 100. Let's see if that pace keeps up. Okay, now back out of the timeout, throwing it in is number 5, Ryan Miles. Miles to January, over to the left side. That's Quint. He's got a great shot, and he can score from anywhere. Really long-range shooter. Now number 2, Kobe. January, crossover dribble, gets it to Miles. Miles drives, and it's stolen by Howard, and he's off to the races, and he'll take it all the way, and it goes in. Boy, is he having a night. 10 points on the night already. Now Richfield quickly in the front court. Both teams are great at moving that ball up the court, wasting no time. Now the cross court pass to Miles, and he drives, and he's going to be called for the charge. Got the knee up there. Ball didn't go in anyway, but here again is Keyshawn Howard, and just the right touch on that. Those are harder shots than they look when you're going full blast, to be able to pull it up and not have too much go off the glass and miss it. So very good experience. And again now, Keyshawn Howard with the front court. Howard now drives, fakes the shot, now gets it over. And a 3-point shot there by Jacob Houts. And it's 27-12. 15-point lead already for the Orioles, and the steal into the front court. And the shot again by Houts, and that's way short of the mark. Rebound, not even a rebound, taken over there by Richfield. Now into the front court. Both teams like to move it. Quint gets it down low to Kobe. Now 25. Ethan Quinn makes another 3. I think that's his 3rd on the night, and they're going to need those if they want to stay in this match. They're now down 12. The big 6'7" senior forward Anthony Rayson is now back into the match. Now to the near side, that's Howard. Back to Rayson, Howard, and his pass almost fumbled, but recovered nicely there. Now number 13, that's Eric Peel. He's a junior 5'11" forward. And the shot from long range taken by Jacob Houts is off the mark, and now Richfield a chance to inch away at that lead by the Orioles. And January has it. Drives the lane, stops, shoots, and makes it. Nice shot play there by January, showing great athletic ability to stop and then take the step back jumper from free throw line. He's clapping. He is engaged in this match. He's ready to play. Over to the far side, Keyshawn Howard down low to the big guy, and he makes it. What a nice move by the big 6'7" senior. Going right underneath and laying it in. He is a big guy out there, takes up a lot of space, and now there's a foul, this time on the Orioles. So now Richfield will go to the line. 21. Number 20, Aaron Ellingston, that's his 3rd personal, and he's gonna take a seat. And that's 17 fouls. The Orioles are up by 12, so you can hardly argue with how things are going here despite their foul difficulties. Now at the line is Isaiah Hammond, and his shot goes in, and they're gonna need to make those free throws, especially here in the first half while they're in the bonus. All right, some substitutions. Keyshawn Howard, their star senior guard, is now gonna take a rest here with 8:54 to go. He's been a significant impact on offense for the Orioles. We'll see if their offensive production slows down with him taking a rest for a few moments. Now, Richfield, little pressure, at least alone there, was number 23, Lamar Grayson. For Richfield, now they get it in the front court, the Orioles do. Down low to Rayson, and he drives the lane, and his little hook shot is off the mark, bouncing around there with the left hand. Now Richfield cooking the front court. Quint now with it. He'll drive, pushes off a little. Oh, his pass intended for Howard, and he thought Howard was going to keep moving, and Howard stopped. So a little miscommunication and a turnover there to the Orioles are on the Spartans, and they are now showing some pressure. Man-to-man pressure, but they back off quickly, but will engage them right at half court. Number 23, Lamar Grayson. Grayson putting the pressure on number 3, Cole Ewald, and now the interception by Isaiah Hammond. Hammond brings it in the front court. Now to January, to the near side to Lamar Grayson. Grayson tried to get it down low, and he gets it to his guy, and he thought he walked. Yep, he did. He shuffled his feet there as he tried to regain his balance. He was in traffic, so you can hardly blame him. Referee now, a little equipment issue there with his left shoe. He's got that taken care of. And yeah, Richfield is in the full court press here, at least man-to-man. Putting the pressure on the Oriole guards, especially with Keyshawn Howard on the bench. Challenge those ball handlers, bringing it into the front court, though, successfully is Cole Ewald. Ewald picks up his dribble, though. That can be dangerous. Ooh, just got it over to number 13, Eric Peel. Peel jumps, shoots from the baseline, shot off the rim, and rebound to Richfield. And they're now just down 10. 7:41 to go here. Game moving very quickly. Good matchup tonight if you're just joining us. Great basketball skills on display by both teams. Have excellent shooters, and they're playing really good basketball. And the layup attempt by Isaiah Hammond, and then the putback by number 15, Wolmuth, pulls Richfield within 8, their closest since early on in the game, and now a timeout, this time taken by Coach Dave Breitenbucher for the Orioles. Looking back at the St. Louis Park schedule, they started the year back on November 30th. Well, there's their upcoming schedule. Richfield, of course, tonight, January 17th. Then they've got Egan here at home. They're usually a pretty good team. And then the Cross Highway 100 rivalry at Benilde St. Margaret's on the 22nd. Always a good matchup between those perennial rivals. Then they host Chaska. Chaska, I don't know how they're doing this year, but they usually have a very, very strong team year in and year out down there in the Minnesota River Valley. Then you got Robbinsdale Cooper here at home, and then they go on the road up 94, Interstate 94 to Rogers. That's a good distance. And then at Bloomington Kennedy over by the Mall of America. Glad you're with us. I'm Robert Christensen. We're ParkTV 16 Sports, bringing you this action. We've got 3 cameras taping live here, and we've got an end zone camera underneath the basket, bringing us great shots. And 2 cameras from high atop your view there. All right, coming out of the timeout. Orioles ready to go. Looks like their starting lineup for the most part is in there. Number 4, Adam Bauer is in there. We haven't called his name tonight. He's a 6'1" senior guard. Seen his first action tonight that at least I see, and now the ball is into Cole Ewald. And I think that timeout for the Orioles was about how they're going to handle that full court pressure, but they did so successfully that time, and now the layup attempt by Houts is off the mark, but he gets his own rebound. He gets it out to Paris Johnson Jr. His shot, short of the rim, follows his own shot, and what a lesson that is for all basketball players to follow their shot. Most people want to just admire it, and he goes right after it, and he gets the rebound and draws the foul, and that's the reward you get when you follow your shot. Okay, Paris Johnson Jr. at the line. His team up by 8. And his shot is good. He's their leading scorer, although tonight that is going to Keyshawn Howard, at least so far, and he's also back in the game after a rest. He's really been the thorn in the Spartans side here, and there's the head coach for Richfield, Omar McMillan. Not happy with something there on the sideline as Johnson Jr. makes his second free throw, and the Orioles are up by 10. Now into the front court is January for Richfield. Man-to-man defense still by the Orioles, and the shot from way outside. Number 23, Lamar Grayson, the third leading scorer. 5'10", sophomore for Richfield. Draws them within 7, and now Howard gets it over to number 15, Jacob Houtzen. That's his second or third 3 of the night. He's a good shooter, and he was left wide open. Now January getting it down to Hammond. Hammond now with it. Johnson Jr. on him closely. Now driving, Miles. And Ryan Miles bounces it in. I don't think he intended it, but it counts all the same. And now the The lead is 9, and now another three-point attempt by number 15, Jacob Houts, and he is hot, 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 and the Richfield Spartans are going to have to find an answer for that. They cannot leave Houts alone out there. He is just killing them. Nice shooting there by Houts. He's got that three-point shot down, and he's feeling it tonight. Now driving, now backing up is number 23. That is Grayson, and now the drive and the shot by Hammond is off the mark, and the rebound goes to the Orioles, and now they're in the front court, and the big guy is out at the top of the key. Quickly gets rid of it, though. Paris Johnson Jr., and that's Houts. He's looking for more points. He is feeling it right now, and when a player's feeling it, you want to give him the ball. There's Johnson Jr.'s nice shot, and now he's showing why he is the leading scorer. That was a nice play there by Houts. He is some player out there. By Johnson Jr., he is some player out there. Now January for Richfield in the front court. Shot there by Ryan Miles, short off the rim, and Johnson Jr., and he'll quickly take it himself all the way. And his bounce pass, nice defense there. It was intended for number 4, Bauer, but January was able to get a foot on it. Otherwise, that was going to be 2 points. And here's this nice shot. Look at how quick that is. Bang. Right off the back of the rim. Nice slap there. An appreciation of his own shot by Johnson Jr. Nice job. And now Johnson Jr. with it. Over to Howard. And he gets, oh, I thought there was a walk there. And there's the stop! Anthony Racin with the left-handed slam. And the Orioles are now back firmly in control here as we approach 5 minutes to go in the first half. Now in the front court, January from way outside, and it's way short to the right. That might have been a bit of a panic shot there. And he is hearing it from the crowd. That was a little step there. They missed that travel. That was a travel right there, but there's the nice dunk there by Anthony Racin, the 6'7" senior. And now another timeout, this time taken by the Spartans, as they now find themselves down 15 points with 5:05 to go. And I think one interesting part of this match, as we talked about earlier, is whether the Orioles are going to reach 100 points. They got a scoreboard that can handle it. They got the 1 on that far left side next to the 4 on the scoreboard. So we'll see if they can manage to get 100 points. They did it once earlier this year, about a week ago at Chanhassen, on the road too, to do that. Pretty amazing. They're only 5 and 6 though, so it's a tough conference, the Metro West. But great high-level basketball being played here. Very entertaining. All right, Johnson Jr., and there's the full court pressing. That's what Richfield has to do. January, though, trying to get the steal, and now Howard in the front court. And the nice block by Richfield, and the lead pass, and boy, they're their own worst enemy. The Spartans, they get the ball, and they turn it right back over. Lacking some leadership at the guard position just to settle it down, or they're going to be in worse shape here if they keep doing that. Okay, Orioles now throwing it in, and that's Keyshawn Howard. You can tell he's got that senior leadership ability, just very calming out there. Number 1, a nice pass down to the big guy. Wow, that was amazing pass by Keyshawn Howard, the senior to the senior center, Anthony Racin, and he gets the 2 and draws the foul. Look at the crossover dribble as he beats him. And then the nice pick and roll, that beautifully executed. The pick and roll, the oldest play in the book in basketball. And number 45, Anthony Racin, is going for the and 1, the left-hander. Oh, he's got a nice shot just off the mark, but Johnson Jr. gets the rebound, and now it's stolen away quickly by Kobe. 5'10" sophomore for Richfield. They've got a lot of work cut out here on the road, and that shot is blocked by Johnson Jr., but he saves it underneath his own basket to Richfield, and he gave him those 2 points. Number 4 for Richfield, Jeff Moore, 6' junior, gets the points, and now driving right back, Keyshawn Howard drives with the left hand. Boy, he is a great player to watch. He is having some night tonight, both dishing the ball, shooting it, playing defense, and just being the leader out there for the Orioles. And now the rebound to Racin, and he gives it up to Howard, and Howard gives it to Johnson Jr., but his shot is blocked underneath by Kobe once again. for Richfield, coming up big on defense. Now to the far side into the front court, Richfield, that's Lamar Grayson. Grayson to January, back to Grayson. Grayson now getting it low down to Hammond, and now Grayson will shoot the three with the give and go there, and that ball is off the mark. A nice play there. Bringing it up is Bauer, also showing some stability out there for bringing the ball up for the Orioles. Now Grayson to Houts. Gets stopped on the baseline. Now ball comes back all the way around. Boy, there's great ball movement there by the Orioles, and now we got a foul, and that's going to go against the Orioles, away from the ball. Offensive foul. That was the nice sequence. Look at him just sneaking in there with 3 Richfield players, 4 possibly. Number 1, Keyshawn Howard, just 5'8" out there. He may not even be that tall. Usually these statistics on height are a little inflated to intimidate the other team. It's usually the rule in these things in the programs. Okay, now into the ball game. Number 4, that is Jeff Moore for Richfield, and he gives it up, and now it goes down to Kobe. Kobe now stuck underneath, and his shot is intercepted. Another turnover, and now it's 2-on-2 as Houts drives, tries the left-handed layup, and he is fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2 with 2:54 to go. A chance for Richfield to go up by, what is that, 19 points, 45-28. Here's that replay, comes right in, and yep, he gets caught with the body. And he acknowledges it right away. Good for him. Jaden Walmuth showing good sportsmanship, and yep, I got him. Now some substitutions as Keyshawn Howard, the senior leader, taking a seat along with Anthony Rayson, the other big guy, senior leader in there. And now Houts at the line for the Orioles, and his shot is off the mark, so he does not convert the and one. And now bringing the ball up the court, number 4 is Moore for Richfield. Picks up his dribble, now gets it down to, that was Quint. Quint gets it into Hammond. Hammond drives, and he had to be fouled there. He was mugged down there by number 3, Colt Ewald, and that might be his 3rd foul of the night. Keep an eye on that. 9th team foul. Both teams now in the bonus, by the way. And that is just the 2nd personal foul on Colt Ewald, so he's okay in the foul category. Once you get to 3, you got to start worrying. Hammond makes that free throw. And his 2nd one is good. Nice shot there. Full court pressure being put on Colt Ewald. He gets it over to the near side Bauer, and he's still not across the line here. They're counting, and they do get it in, but now they're trying to box him in there, and now that they beat it, a nice block underneath. My goodness. Richfield in the front court, almost a travel there. And the referee acknowledges it there. He said he did let the ball go in one of the hand of the other, but almost a turnover there by number 5 for Richfield, Ryan Miles. Now driving on the left side, giving up to Quint, but back over to Kobe from 3-point land, and it's off the mark, and rebound goes to number 20, Aaron Ellingson, and now the Orioles now in the front court. Ewald, his pass now to the near side is Houts. Now shooting from 3-point land, number 13, that's Eric Peel, the 5'11 junior, and big rebound, and down goes Howard trying to get the rebound, and there's going to be foul on the Orioles. Here's that play underneath, that block. Hammond got it, beautiful. Great camera angle. That's what's great about ParkTV 16 Sports. We've got that 3rd camera on the end line, bringing you that great high school basketball action. And Hammond now will go to the line and for a 1-and-1, and he makes it. He's done well at the line. I think he's only missed 1 in 6 attempts tonight. Trying to keep Richfield in the match here. They're down 15 with a minute 49 to go. Trying to cut it to 14. If I'm Richfield, you want to see if you can cut it to 10 or less here with a minute 48. Just kind of give yourself a little reasonable goal there, possibly. Now, Orioles into the front court. They're trying to trap him now in the half-court defense, and there is Rayson, and they had no foul called there, and he grabs his head. I don't know if he hit it on the backboard or what, but now in the front court is Ryan Miles. He drives the baseline and off the mark. Rebound, Johnson Jr. And Johnson Jr. will take it himself all the way up the court. Let's see if he takes it all the way. And he does, and his shot goes in with a guy all over him. Kobe was all over him, and boy, You could just tell once he took off, he was going the whole distance, and he did. Nice job there by Paris Johnson Jr. Now Quint, the three-point shot. First miss of the night from him from long range, and now coming across the front court, and they're gonna call the foul. I'm not sure there was one. I think they're gonna call it on number 4, Adam Bauer. It is, and that's gonna be the 8th team foul. There's that nice finish there, driving the length of the court, getting the rebound. He takes a look at his competitor there and say, here, take that. Nice play there. 48 points by Park, and there's a nice shot of Cole Ewald. Love those end zone camera angles. The junior averaging 5.3, and shot short. Rebound goes to Hammond for Richfield. Now less than a minute to go right now. Into the front court is number 4, Jeff Moore. Moore with it, dribbling. Looking for a screen and a shot, picks up his dribble though. Now down to Kobe, he drives baseline. Johnson Jr. stops him though. Now January from three-point land, and short right off the front of the rim. Rebound goes to number 3, Ewald. 40 seconds to go. And there's a little bit of backcourt pressure there. Ewald, almost over and back. Almost picked up his dribble. Now trying to split the defense, and they're gonna call a foul on Richfield. I don't know. Yep, a block. So with 30 and a half seconds to go in the first half, St. Louis Park's number 20, Aaron Ellingson, tried to split the defense just after he crossed the timeline, trying to get the Orioles to that 50-point mark here. And now they're at 49, 18-point lead here. Ellingson, his second shot, and it's good. 50 for St. Louis Park. On pace for 100. 29 seconds to go. Here comes Richfield's January, brings it across the timeline. Now to number 4, Adam Bauer. Bauer drives to the near side, gives it up to Ryan Miles. Miles gives it to January, and he'll stop and shoot, and off the mark. January not feeling it from his jump shot tonight so far. Now Johnson Jr. has it with 8 seconds. He drives the far line, and I think he stepped out of bounds. Turnover. He looks up at the clock. I think he wanted to take that last shot. Now let's see if Richfield can get a little momentum here, get some sort of points here. Going with some positivity in January, not knowing how much time left, seems to be taking his time. Does he have any idea? 1 second. Oh, he did. Gets the shot off, and he makes it. Just as I disparage his jump shot, he showed me. There he is, number 14, going off the court. Gets the 3, Mitchell. January, just a 9th grader out there. Gets the last 3 points for Richfield, and there's your halftime score here from St. Louis Park Gym. St. Louis Park 50, Richfield 34. Come back for the second half.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
Welcome back to St. Louis Park Gymnasium and ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are bringing you Metro West Boys varsity basketball featuring the St. Louis Park Orioles and a home match against the Richfield Spartans. If you're just joining us, that is your score. St. Louis Park put up a whopping 50 points here in the first half on the Spartans and lead by 16. And leading the way for the Orioles in the first half, I would have to say, is number 1, Keyshawn Howard. Has about 10 points and has just been their point guard leader out there. Playing great on defense, passing, stealing, driving, making free throws. And they have built a 16-point lead here, and they are in the dark uniforms, and we're about to begin half number 2. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're here with us tonight. This mid-January cold night, but it's warm in this arena, and you're watching great high school basketball here in the Metro West Conference. All right, we're about to begin. Richfield will be in white. They will get first possession going right to left here in the second half. And we'll see if there's any strategy changes. Both teams have been playing man-to-man defense. Richfield been applying full court pressure. Now we're underway here. And on the far side, that is Jeff Moore for the Spartans. And now he'll drive the lane, and he gets caught, and now he gets it back out to number 5, Ryan Miles. Now to the near side, number 23, Lamar Grayson. Grayson now to Quint. And now to Ryan Miles on the far side. Back to Quint. Quint drives the lane, gives it up to number 23, Grayson. Grayson now to Quint. Quint drives the lane, and his running jumper is off the mark, and rebound goes to Paris Johnson Jr. And now he'll get it over to Howard, and he'll come in for the first time on offense. And Richfield not showing the man-to-man press, at least because they didn't make their shot. Kind of hard to institute that on a miss. All right, Howard now being guarded closely by number 23, Lamar Grayson. Now Johnson Jr. over to Houts. He had a nice shooting first half from the three-point land, and now the big guy, 6'7", Anthony Rayson, shot underneath, off the mark, and then he gets the rebound and puts it up again, and he's fouled on the miss. And so 16:58, just a minute and 2 seconds into the second half. 6'7" senior Anthony Rayson at the line. That is the first team foul in the second half for Richfield. His shot is in. The big lefty. Got to think with his side, he's going to be playing collegiate ball at some level next year somewhere. Got nice moves and not a bad shot. All right. Now Hammond with the rebound for Richfield, making only one on that two-shot attempt, and then we got a foul on number 21 for the Orioles, and he is in foul trouble. That's Anthony Odens. That might be his fourth. That's his third, excuse me. Team's first. Throw in from the near side by Ryan Miles. Now Miles gets it to Grayson. To the far side to Quint. Now down low to number 4, Jeff Moore. Moore back to Quint. He can make those threes. Yes, and he does. And way beyond the three-point line. Showing all kinds of confidence. Richfield off to a good start here in the second half. Now driving the length of the court was Keyshawn Howard. And after the shot, he drew a foul on that, and he will go to the line and shoot 2. So there's your leader right there, taking matters into his own hands, driving the length of the court lightning fast. He'll get 2 shots here. Shot 1 in. Substitutions now for Richfield. Hammond and Grayson will come out. In comes number 15, Jaden Wolmuth, and number 14, Mitchell January. Not February, Mitchell January. And the shot is good by Howard. 53-37 is your early second half score here. Now Richfield in the front court. To the near side, that's Jeff Moore. Looking, trying to get it down low. Now he'll drive right. Now back down low to Ryan Miles, number 5. Miles, 6'4", sophomore. Now to the far side to January. January to Quint, who nailed that last 3. This time he'll drive the running jumper off the mark. Rebound, nice there by number 21, Odens. And he quickly gets it to Howard, and Howard brings it to the front court. He's going to drive again, and now he gets it over to number 15, Houts, and he hits the 3. I think that's his 4th of the night, and St. Louis Park is picking up right where they left off on the scoring track here. 56 points here early in the second. Almost stolen there by Howard. Now Quint, he can make that 3, this time way off the mark. Rebound, long rebound goes to Anthony Rayson, the 6'7". That's the easiest rebound he'll get all year. Now number 15 to the front court, gets it back to Keyshawn Howard. Now to Johnson Jr., and he is called with the charge as he dished the pass. Waiting for him, establishing position, was Jeff Moore. And he ran right into him, so nice job by Moore getting in front of Johnson Jr. He was a little out of control there. Yeah, he took him right out. Okay, pass in now for Richfield. They find themselves down 19 points here with 15 and a half minutes to go approximately in the match. Now to the far side, that is Wolmuth. Wolmuth, and he overshoots Quint. Quint was coming towards him. Wolmuth didn't quite recognize that, and he overthrew him, so costly turnover there for Richfield. And now the Orioles slow it down there. Keyshawn Howard, no reason to hurry here if you're the Orioles, up 19. Now the shot by number 21, Aaron Ellingson's shot goes off the mark, and now here comes January to the front court. And he tries to go around Howard, and Howard strips it away almost. And the call goes, the ball went out of bounds, and here is Keyshawn Howard for the three. Nice dish by him. And Jacob Houts nails that three, the senior. Putting the Orioles up 19, and Howard almost steals it a second time. Now Ryan Miles, he's a good shooter, and he makes it. Miles, the number 2 scorer, averaging 10 points a game, approximately, or 11, I think it is. Now Johnson Jr. to Howard, down low to Ellingson, and he loses the ball, and it gets back to Howard, and he dishes it to Johnson Jr., drives the lane and makes it. Nice sequence there by the Orioles. Now here comes Richfield, and stolen by Johnson Jr. on the long pass attempt by January, and he comes in, and what body control. Now the pass to Rayzon, and he, oh yes, goes in. And the Orioles are off and running, and their coach, Dave Breitenbucher, could not be happier on the sideline. Now January into the front court. He'll take a long three, and that's a desperate shot. And out of bounds to Richfield as Ellingson, number 21. Or excuse me, that's Anthony Oden's number 21. And there is the sequence there. Nice pass by Keyshawn Howard. Boy, he is a fun, nice player to watch, the senior point guard for the Orioles. Now the throw in underneath by Miles. Almost a walk there by number 2, Kobe. Now Grayson down low to Hammond. Hammond, nice bounce pass to Kobe. He has to reel it back out to the three-point range, and Ryan Miles' shot is short. Tries to get his own rebound, but getting it instead is Anthony Oden's. And now Howard will take it in the front court. Gets it over to the left side to Houts. Now Johnson Jr. And Howard will take the three-point shot off the mark. And now big rebound underneath by Rayson, and he draws the foul. And that'll be a side out. Neither team in the bonus. Both teams have 2 team fouls. 13:34 to go here. Broadcasting from St. Louis Park High School. Right off Highway 7, in between 7 and Minnetonka Boulevard. And the turnaround jump shot from close range by Paris Johnson Jr. goes. And now it's a 22-point lead for the Orioles. And now into the front court, Grayson for Richfield. Nice job there. Number 23, Lamar Grayson, drives the lane and sinks the bank shot. Those are hard shots to make in traffic. All right, now to the near side. That's Howard. Howard. Ball stripped away by Grayson. Grayson gets it. What hustle! And Grayson showing some great moves here, both on the offensive and defensive sides. And now we have a whistle and a timeout. Let's see, here's Johnson Jr. The turnaround jump shot all over him was Ryan Miles, and he gets it to go. Yes, loves that, doesn't he? Paris Johnson Jr., number 33, the senior. Puts the Orioles up by 20 now with 13:06 to go. Coming up for Richfield, got, let's see, what's their schedule looking like? They got Jefferson, and then they get Benilde St. Margaret's on January 25th. And that'll be 3 days after, there's their schedule, 3 days after the Orioles play Benilde St. Margaret's. That's gonna be a heck of a match up there between St. Louis Park and Benilde on the 22nd. Sure, that's a 7 o'clock start. If you want to come watch basketball, great high school basketball live, watch either St. Louis Park or Benilde St. Margaret's, both great squads. And there's the schedule for Richfield. Highland Park, Chaska, Robbinsdale, Cooper, Bloomington, Kennedy, and then at Chanhassen. And then they got to get close to starting sectionals. Although that might be a little early for high school basketball, but maybe not. Their tournament usually doesn't come till mid or late March. All right, Orioles break their huddle. Referees blow the whistle. Now comes St. Louis Park out of their huddle. Down 20. Looking for a way to try to better the ratio of points here. Not sure what I would tell them at this point. Just got to keep playing, eliminate turnovers, and take good shots, I guess. All right, and now stolen by Johnson Jr., telegraphing that pass. Lamar Grayson, and he did pat himself on the chest going, my bad, no question about it. He a little lazy on that, and you can tell he's gonna pass it there. But now he has the ball, Grayson over to Quint. Quint down low to Hammond. Hammond drives the lane on Grayson, and he takes up against the big guy, and it goes off the mark, and now rebound to number 3. That is Ewald. And now into the front court is Ewald, and he brings almost lost it. And now he gives it up to Houts, and he makes another three-pointer. Wow, Jacob Houts, he is the leading scorer. That's got to be his 5th three tonight. He might be approaching 20 points. Now Ryan Miles now down to Kobe, being guarded by Houts. Boy, Orioles look good tonight. Now Grayson with the steal, the big guy, 6'7". Jumping in front of that pass, and the Orioles are cruising, and Houts takes another three and nails it, and he's fouled on the shot. He is having a heck of a night. Number 15, Jacob Houts, it is turning into his show. Look at this shot from our end zone camera, and he gets hit on the body, and it goes in. He is feeling it right in front of his bench. No greater feeling in the world for a high school player, I can tell you that. My goodness. Boy, if you're Richfield, you got to come up with an answer for Jacob Houts tonight, and he makes the and one. He is in the zone, as they say. Now driving. Miles, and there's Houts stealing it away, and yeah, he is feeling it. That's a great feeling if you play any types of sports. He's feeling that offense and defense. Draws the foul. That's the 4th team foul for the 3rd team foul for St. Louis Park. Now Ryan Miles with it, number 5. Drives the lane, takes the jump shot, and makes it. That's a great looking shot there by Richfield's number 5, Ryan Miles. Again, he is their 2nd leading scorer, so no surprise. But driving the lane like that and turning away, turning toward the basket with your shooting on the right side, that's a tough jump shot to make. And now a foul on January of Richfield on Ewald. With the hold. That's his 2nd personal, team 5th now. So this is reverse in the foul trouble category from the first half when the Orioles were in foul trouble early. Putting Richfield in the bonus with 13 minutes to go. Now Ewald with behind the back dribble, being guarded closely by January. Takes a shot, and January was able to alter that shot. So good defense there by Richfield's January. Now Ryan Miles drives the baseline. Can't find an opening, gets it out to Quint. Quint now drives the lane, gets it over to Kobe. Kobe now, wide open Ryan Miles. He takes the shot, and he makes it. So Ryan Miles starting to heat up here for Richfield, the 6'4" sophomore. Looking good here in the 2nd half. But boy, the Orioles are still up 22 with 11 and 11 to go. And now driving it. Oh, he didn't know if he was going to dunk it or not, and he ended up missing it, was Anthony Rayson. Now to the front court for Richfield, January. To Ryan Miles, who has the last 2 baskets, and he'll shoot again, and he's starting to feel it big time. Ryan Miles gets the points, and now it's a 20-point lead for St. Louis Park. So Richfield starting to get a little momentum here on offense, cutting the lead and getting some enthusiastic. Oh, and Johnson Jr., just when they needed it, makes the shot and gets the 3-point. And look at Quinn here driving, and the nice pass to Kobe, and then back out to Ryan Miles, wide open. Nothing Rayson could do there, and Ryan Miles makes him pay. Now the and one by Paris Johnson Jr., and just like that, thwarts any kind of momentum that Richfield had. That is almost a backbreaker here with now less than 11 minutes to go in the game. January now at the top of the key, gives it up to Quint. Quint now to January, he'll take another shot, and he made a 3 right at the end of the first half, and that one was way off the mark. Rebound goes to Anthony Rayson, and now back in the match, Keyshawn Howard, their starting point guard, and Hout's gonna shoot another one, and this time, good defense by Quint for Richfield, he misses. So his shooting streak ends there, but he made several consecutive shots in a row. Look for his box score tomorrow. I'll be curious to see how many points he had. We don't have those up-to-date stats here. And he's gonna take a rest, and I think he was tired, and he gets a round of applause from the crowd behind the bench there, and it's deservedly so. Houts having a heck of a night, and I think he was a little winded, and that's why that shot was short, because that was very unusual from what we've seen earlier tonight. All right, now whistle, and a foul called against the Orioles. Number 13, Eric Peel, the junior 5'11" guard, draws the foul. So that is the 4th team foul for the Orioles. Now passing underneath the Hammond by Ryan Miles. Miles with the ball on the far side. Gives it up over here to 25. That's Ethan Quint. Quint now down to Miles. Now down low to Hammond. Hammond drives the baseline, gets caught up. Now January from three-point land, and he makes his second three of the night, and that's 6 points for January. And he cuts the lead back to 20, but now comes Johnson Jr. all the way down, and ball goes off the rim. So a chance now for Richfield. Ryan Miles. They can get a run. They might get back in this thing. There's still a little time. His shot off the mark, but he gets a rebound. Now Quint, see if he can make that three, and he does. And now Richfield's within 17, and the players on their bench are super excited about that. Little run here now for Richfield. Still a long way to go, but now here come the Orioles, and let's see if their seniors can settle it down for them. Now that's Howard, and he's the guy to do it. And he gives it up to Peel, his shot off the mark. And a foul on number 21, Anthony Odens, and he knew it, the 6'3" senior. It'll be the 5th team, and that might be his 3rd or 4th personal foul. But look at this shot here. Off the mark, and then it goes right out to Ethan Quint. Look how far back he is. That's almost a pro 3-point range shot. So Grayson quickly comes back in, and smart move there by Dave Brettenbucher. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. He's got a lot of coaching experience, having been head coach at Park Center. And they are always a very good team up there. And he's got a nice squad here at St. Louis Park this year. But Richfield trying to make a run here in the second half. They can get another couple points here. They're really going to be excited. And there's January with another three, and he makes it. Now he's made 2 in a row, 3, and he's got 9 points just like that. And now Orioles in the front park. Peel, his pass is intercepted, and boy, Richfield is on a run here. January, oh, they didn't call the foul on Howard. Now to the far side, Ryan Miles drives, and he gets the early layup. He went right around Grayson, and there's a timeout by St. Louis Park. And the visiting crowd and the bench for Richfield is off their seats, and they have cut the lead to 12 with 8:34 to go here on that layup there by Ryan Miles. He just blew past Anthony Rayson. So let's see what the answer will be for St. Louis Park here with 8:34 to go. And here is January taking another three, or no, this is down low to Hammond, but nice ball movement. And even though Howard was out there contesting the shot, January nails his 2nd consecutive three. Number 14, Mitchell January. Mitchell January's 5'8" and just a 9th grader out there. And at the all of first half, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I mean that with all due respect. And then he hit a three right at the end, at the tail end of the first half, and he's made 2 or 3 here in the second half. And Richfield is within striking distance with a lot of game time left at 8:34 in the second half. Park is in the bonus now as Richfield has 16 fouls and Park has 5 team fouls. So a lot less fouls here in the second half than there were in the first. I think there were 20 total fouls in the first half, and right now we're at 11, over halfway through the second. Okay, coming out of the break here, let's see what the Orioles do. I don't know if there's a lot they can do. It's not like they've been playing poorly on defense. It's just that Richfield's been heating up and they quit turning the ball over as much. Okay, now into the backcourt, and now a little bit of pressure. So Richfield changing things up on defense, trying to trap him, and Howard gets it down to Rayson. Rayson cross-court pass, now to the corner. Houts, who's their super hot shooter tonight. Now Howard. And they've got a 1-3-1 trap, half-court trap being implemented now, Richfield. Changing the defense to see if the Orioles can recognize it and adapt. And down low to Rayson, and I can't believe he didn't try to drive that. He had one-on-one against a much smaller opponent, Hammond. Did not take advantage. Now to the far corner to Houts. Houts up to number 4, Adam Bauer. Now to Rayson. Rayson at the free throw line. To Bauer. Now to Houts. Richfield playing very tenacious defense. And Richfield, or St. Louis Park, might be just playing keep away, trying to burn that clock. And that is going to become an enemy to Richfield here if they keep playing keep away, which is exactly what it looks like they're doing. It looks like a Fayed keep away shot, a Fayed gym class keep away game. Which that's effective. They now down low to Rayson, and now out to Howard. He passes up the shot. Now Johnson Jr. drives and shoots, and wow. They burn a minute off the clock and then some, and they get the 2 points. Really great strategy by St. Louis Park, I tell you what, especially they made the 2. And that stops the run by Richfield, but they're still just down 14. But with that 3-point shot, and they got a few shooters that can make it. Now to the front court, that is number 4, Jeff Moore for Richfield. Now he dribbles at the top of the key, gives it up to January. And I think you can look for St. Louis Park to play a little bit more tighter man-to-man here to try to get in the way of some of these shots. As January takes that shot from, and he goes down, but no call. Missed opportunity there for Richfield, and now into the front court, Keyshawn Howard, the senior guard. And there is the trap being implemented by Ryan Moore. January coming up, and they're doing a nice job avoiding the trap, because that can be difficult if you panic at all. Howard. Yeah, Ryan Moore is getting tired going back and forth for Richfield. Now underneath, Bauer, and oh, they call the foul. It must have got him on the back from behind, and he'll go to the line. Number 4, Adam Bauer, the 6'1" senior guard. The nice takes the pass, and Hammond, yeah, oh yeah, he got him with the left hand on the side of the head. Yeah, Bauer's like, what the heck, man? That hurt. Adam Bauer at the line and makes the shot. Puts the Orioles back up 15. So Richfield made a run, but they're gonna need to make another run here quickly. I'm sure they're catching their breath after that great run that brought them within 12 with 8:30 something to go. But now we're 2 minutes down the road here quickly, and Bauer, nice, makes 2. Perfect free throw by Adam Bauer. Great form out there at the free throw line. Now the pass down to Mammuth. Bounce pass to Jeff Moore, and he makes the shot and draws the foul. I don't know what Jacob House was thinking. There's no reason to be fouling Richfield at all here with that kind of lead. It's just going to give them a chance to get back into this match. And Moore comes around, and yeah, he got him with the hip there, big time. So that's second personal foul and the 16th foul for St. Louis Park. So both teams now in the bonus. Jeff Moore at the line. And he makes it. So it's 76 to 63. 13-point lead. Still not out of the question for Richfield to get back in this thing. Now to Grayson, the big 6'7" footer. Gives it up to Paris Johnson Jr. He shoots from behind this free throw line, and that ball's off the mark, but he gets his own rebound and drives the lane and scores it. Boy, poor rebounding by Richfield, and now we got a timeout by the ref as the ball scoots away. 5:38 to go here. So just when Richfield tries to get even closer than they were a few minutes ago, Paris Johnson Jr. and St. Louis Park answers right back. Now Quint. January, nice job saving that ball from going out of bounds. Now Grayson drives on Houghton, blocked by number 45, Anthony Rayson. The 6'7" footer goes right in there and swats that ball away. Here's the drive, and now watch. Grayson did all ball. Good no call there by the officials, but possession of the ball remains with the Spartans, as now coming back in is Ryan Miles, who was the main instigator in that run by Richfield. Now January takes the ball, top of the key, looking to drive. Now into the match though for St. Louis Park is Mons Ross, the 6'9" grader, first time into the game here. Deontez Ross is number 23, and he is in the ball game, and there's a whistle, and a ball will be side out for Richfield. Ryan Miles will take it. Ball into Monmouth. Now January has it. And trying to get it Ryan Miles. Miles now cross court to Quint. Quint takes the long range 3 and nails it. My goodness, and now they're back within 12 with 4:52 to go. And they got the full court press on here, man to man. January on Ross, and now Howard, the experienced senior guard, brings it in the front court. Great ball handler he is. Now to Ross. Ross gets it back to Howard. To Anthony Jr. Johnson Jr., I should say. He drives, tries to get his own rebound, and I don't know if the ref knew he was going to give that to, but off Richfield. 4.5 minutes to go, and here is Quint. Look at this three from way out with Johnson Jr. on him. Big time shot there. Ethan Quint. Throw in now to Houts, and he's got a lot of threes. Johnson Jr. wide open. Gets that one to rattle in. Big shot there, puts him back up 14. Now Ryan Miles drives on Grayson, comes right in, draws the foul, makes the shot for the N1. No, that was, Ryan Miles, number 5. Should go to the line, but first, not before coming over to his coach for some instructions. There he was, making that shot. So 4:17 to go and a chance to cut it to 11. The closest they've been since near the beginning of the match. And he makes it. And now we got substitution coming in, number 12 for Richfield. It's Isaiah Casey Hammond. Hammond is 6'5", sophomore only. And Kobe comes out. I don't think he knew he was being substituted for. All right, now throw in. And the full court press. Instituted by Richfield, but it gets broken by the St. Louis Park, of course. And now Howard with it. Richfield applying the pressure big time as Howard drives, gives it up to Grayson, and he makes the layup as he's fouled. And he'll get an and one with 4:03 to go. Howard gives him the big 5 there. Watch this sequence. He gets right by January, and then out of the corner of his eye, sees Rayson, and he's fouled by January. Shot for the N1 by Rayson. Anthony Rayson makes it. And the lead is back to 14. And now a little full court pressure by Ross. And he gets burned by January. Now to Quint. Quint now drives the lane. Gets it over to Ryan Miles. And he'll shoot the 3. And he makes it. Rattles it home. And now they're back down by 11 with 3:48 to go. And they got the full court press on and almost taken away. But Johnson Jr. has it. Gets it over to Howard. And he brings it across the line. Now to Ross. Oh, he could have walked there. Can't believe they didn't call that. Now Houts, and now a whistle and a timeout by Coach Dave Breitenbucher on the side there. Didn't like what he saw. So this game is not over. Hold on to your hats with this kind of shooting by Ryan Moore, number 5, lighting it up here in the second half for the Spartans. My goodness. Boy, for a while there, I thought it was going to be a runaway, and St. Louis Park was going to score 100 points, but their scoring production has slowed down significantly here in the second half. They're at 83, that's a lot of points, but they had 50 in the first half and only 23 in the second half. That's less than half of their scoring total in the first. So something Richfield's doing, playing tighter defense, and it might be also that when you get that kind of lead, you get a little complacent. It's hard not to. It's a human thing to feel when you're up by that much, and Richfield never gave up, and they are back in this match just down 11. With their ability to shoot 3 points and play defense, this match is far from over here. A great Metro West Conference matchup here. Richfield versus St. Louis Park, 2 old inner-rig suburbs going at it head-to-head here. Now ball in to the far side to Ewald, back to Howard. Howard now being guarded closely there by Grayson for Richfield. Howard gets it over to Ewald. Ewald to Houch, number 15, and you can see Richfield way out on the perimeter guarding him very closely. Kobe now on the big Grayson is way out of his home there, way past the 3-point line. Now to Ewald, and I'll bet they're gonna try to burn the clock, and there's the foul by January trying to pickpocket Ewald, and they do call him with the touch foul, so Ewald will go to the line. Cole Ewald, the 5'11" junior for St. Louis Park. And boy, this is where free throw shooting can make all the difference in games. Usually if you look at the margin of difference in a victory and the missed free throws, more often than not, if you made those free throws, the score may have been different. Ewald, though, shot goes right in. Interesting free throw shot there. Kind of shoots it right from his forehead. But it works, so it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it goes in. Yeah, right there, right from his eyes. That's not a great angle, and he misses that second one. Now 3:12 to go. January into the front court. down 12. They get points here. They can get there close as they've been all match since early on. If they can get it down to 10 or 9, and now a foul by Grayson, number 45. That cannot make Coach Breitenberger very happy. Coach Dave will call him. That name, Breitenberger, is very different. It's either Breitenbucker or, I don't know. We'll have to find that out for next time. If I'm butchering his name, I apologize, that's for sure. Okay, 3:01 to go. Hammond at the line for Richfield, and it spins out. They gotta make those, especially late in the game. Now we're less than 3 minutes to go. Johnson Jr. to the front court. He'll take it all the way, because that's what he likes to do, and he does it well with the lay-in. And he's shaking his head at Quint. And the nice answer back by Grayson with the drive. Answers right back. Good job there by Lamar Grayson recognizing that. Now the full court press, and it gets ahead there to Johnson Jr. Back to Grayson with the alley-oop shot and the dunk. My goodness! Paris Johnson Jr. and Grayson with the alley-oop dunk. Are you kidding me? That was outstanding basketball. Look at that beautiful pass right at the rim, and he jams it through. And that could spell curtains for Richfield tonight as the St. Louis Park goes up by 4, and that brings a lot of folks out of their seats tonight. And now the referee coming over here, and I think we got 5 personal fouls on number 12. Yep, Isaiah Casey Hammond, that's his 5th. So he'll take a seat. Coming in is Kobe for Richfield, but my goodness, I could look at that replay all night long as Johnson Jr. will try to get the and one. He's so excited, I think that's why he missed that. That dunk is a highlight-worthy clip. And now January driving, not giving up, and he draws the foul. And, now we got an injury here. Johnson Jr. pounding the floor. Not sure exactly how hurt he is. I hope it's not a knee. My goodness. I think he's going to be okay. Might just have the wind knocked out of him. But let's see what happened here on the replay as January, just nice drive, gets by Ewald, comes in, and it's his left ankle. I think, yeah, he is being helped off. Boy, that you never know what those could be. His left ankle took a weird, he came down on the side of his foot, and his ankle buckled. Oh, I don't know if I look at this. Look at his left ankle. Oh, right there. Oh my goodness. Hopefully he was able to recognize it and give way, and it's just going to be a high ankle sprain. If you watch the Timberwolves, their point guard from Minnesota had the same thing happen to him in the Wolves game the other night against the Sixers, and boy, those can be painful. Hopefully it is just a high ankle sprain, because you can come back from that, but if it's broken, that might be the season there for Johnson Jr. As January makes the shot. Yeah, meanwhile, he was fouled on it. And now that's 75 points for the Spartans. They're down 13, trying to cut it to 12. Still technically, theoretically possible for Richfield to get back in this thing. Now we'll have a substitution coming in for Richfield as Jeff Moore. Out goes January. And now the full court press by Richfield. They won't have Paris Johnson Jr., and that's gonna hurt here late in the game. Now down below to Rayson, and he slams it. And that's when you press, that's your weakness. You back down low. Nice job breaking the press there by St. Louis Park, and now they have 90 points. They might get to 100 after all. And now the steal by number 4, Adam Bauer, and he brings it in the front court. Less than 2 minutes to go. Howard with it. And now they are gonna play keep away. No reason to do anything outlandish. Only easy shot and layups, like that one. Rayson, Anthony Rayson gets the 2-point shot and the foul with 1:49 to go. And nice pass there by Bauer, not giving up the no-look pass, and there's the, that was the sequence before the dunk by Rayson. And this was the subsequent sequences. Number 15, Jacob Houts, comes out of the game, and he deserves a round of applause. He really was the difference in here, this match, at hitting all those threes. Well done by number 15, Jacob Houts. And now it's 93 points to 76 points. And I think that's going to be turn out the lights time here for Richfield. And there's the shot by Quint, trying to say no to that statement, and his shot way off the mark. So really difficult here for Richfield, but boy, have they put up quite a effort here in half number 2. And now the full court press, Howard with it, and that's who you want to have it here. With all that pressure, gets it all the way down, and ball is maintained there by number 22 off the junior varsity. That's Jackson McLean. He's a junior 6'2" forward now into the match. And Bauer gives it up to Rayson, and he tries to slam it, but no, the nice defense there by Ryan Miles, jumping up and blocking that shot, or did they call the foul there? Oh, they did call the foul. Right there, the give, the nice shovel pass, and I don't know where the foul was. I did not see the foul there at all. Maybe he got him on the other side and our camera couldn't pick it up, but nevertheless, he gets 2 shots and he makes the first one. So right at the early on in the match when they were scoring so many points, the Orioles, I mean, the question I posed was whether they were going to make 100 points, and that's a reason to keep watching here with 1:21 to go. And Rayson making that, they're 5 points away from the 100-point mark. And now substitutions as Anthony Rayson takes a seat. The senior forward had a nice night, and in for him is there, number 44. That is Will Keitzman. He is a sophomore, 6'10" sophomore, getting some varsity experience here. And I'm sure you'll be seeing him next year in the starting lineup at that size. No question about it, 6'10". That is big time height. I'm sure Coach Dave loves having him coming up in the next 2 years. And he might contribute here this year as well at that height. And now he thwarts that shot by Walmuth, I should say. And now we're coming up on a minute to go. And down below, the 6'10" gets his shot blocked. Now down to Richfield's number 4, Moore. Down makes the layup. And now it's 95-78. Less than a minute to go now. Into the front court is Ross, number 23. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Bauer nicely. Good recognition. Down low to the 6'10" Keitzman, unable to make the shot, but on the rebound is number 22, Jackson McLean, gets his first 2 points of the night. Off the bench in the JV. Nice job there by McLean. Now we have a timeout on the floor. And now coming into the match and drawing a big round of applause is number 2 for Richfield. That is Samuel Ruff, a junior, 5'8", along with number 11. That is Blake Anderson, a 6'2", 9th grader forward, getting some varsity action. So smart move by Dave there, incorporating as much of the bench as possible. Any kind of varsity experience is very valuable for the younger players, no question about it. All right, now to the match. That's number 22 for Richfield, LaQuaze Minor. And now the ball's taken away from number 11, Nate Crockett, now in the match for Richfield. Now coming away with the ball, number 23, Ross, and he turns it over on the dribble. So 17 and a half seconds left, but a 19-point lead for the Orioles here. And now more substitution from Coach Dave. Coming in is that man right there, number 31. That is Amir Ali, a junior, 6'1" forward, now into the match for the Orioles. Now ball into Richfield's number 4, Jeff Moore. Moore drives all the way in, and his shot draws a foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 with just 11.2 seconds to go here. Here's the replay on that drive. This should be a great camera angle as he comes right into your living room, folks, right there, and he gets fouled right on the forehead by number 31. For Richfield, and I'm trying to see who that is, and I don't have a 31 in my program, unfortunately, so we don't know who that is that created the foul, but Jeff Moore at the line here makes his first shot, and he'll get a second. And that's number 5, also in for St. Louis Park, Tyshawn Lyons, a sophomore, 5'6" guard. Now that's number 2, Ruff with it into the front court. Gives it over to number 11, Anderson. Anderson drives, shoots from the baseline, wheels out, and that is your final buzzer. And your final score from St. Louis Park High School is the Orioles 97. They go to 6-6, and they're at 500, and Richfield goes to 5-9. I'm Robert Christensen, and for our producer, Paul Broden, and our entire camera crew, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.